On May 8th, I got to celebrate a special holiday here in the Georgian village of Khovle. In Georgian, the holiday is called Orthadox. As the story goes, during the 14th century, two priests who were traveling through Georgia preaching Christianity had in their charge an article of clothing, quarti, from Christ. And as it was very old by the 14th century, it was in many pieces, which they had hidden many places, from what I understand. But they got most of those pieces back together and they put them in the church, or under the church, when they built a little church here in Khovle. The existence and location of the quarti remained a secret for many years, until Georgia gained independence from the Soviet Union in 1989. But now, on May 8th every year, families from the village go to the cemetery that has developed around this little church in honor of the day those priests brought the quarti of Christ. So I loaded up with my host siblings, some relatives, a ram, and a chicken on the family tractor, and we went to the cemetery.
Look at the village.
When we got there, we took the chicken and the ram and walked around the church 3 times, which apparently either symbolizes or is just in respect for the 3 persons of God, the 3 persons of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Next, we went into the church and lit some prayer candles. You'll notice that Orthodox churches look a lot different than the Protestant or even Catholic churches that we're used to in modern day America. Our churches are very much designed to facilitate community and fellowship in the church building, whereas these Orthodox churches in Georgia are designed to be ceremonial centers, but have no room or seats for a congregation to sit and sleep through a sermon. Now, I was told the ram is killed as thanks for something good that has happened. So, for example, in my family, there was a relative who was ill and got better. And I'm guessing that the tradition of killing a ram comes from the tradition of animal sacrifice. But in this modern context, they don't think of it as a sacrifice. That's not the purpose of it. It's just tradition. And they have to feed it salt and burn some hair with a little prayer candle, which they also just do because it's tradition. Why is he eating salt? It's tradition. So then the men folk killed the ram by slitting its throat and chopping off its head and hanging it up to skin. As a herd of oblivious sheep grazed around the graves nearby. They killed the chicken too, but I never got the story on the significance of the chicken. When we got home, the men folk chopped up the meat for cooking, and we had it that night at our supra. The supra is a traditional Georgian dinner feast. At a supra, men and many times women as well will do toasts, usually with Georgian homemade wine. At the supra, they will also have a tamada, or toastmaster. It's a very ancient and very important Georgian tradition. And at our supra, my 20-year-old host brother Vitsali was the tamada. The tamada makes many toasts throughout the night, and each time is expected to down his glass. They even broke out the drinking horn, also a really cool tradition. And again, the tamada has to kill it. But the tamada isn't the only one who can make a toast. I even did one in Georgian. Pirveli Gavi Marjos Vitalis Ojaki family. Imitomro Megobruli da Stumark in Vale, yeah? Da me Benherivar, da me Max, Patara Kartulat, da Saba Patara Kartulat, Zma, da Vito Uprodidi Meze Magram Chemi Patara Zma. And my lovely host family and their lovely friends did a number of toasts to me. Here are a couple which you can hear my host sister translating for me.
He said there's a blue flag going at American He said you are strong and me know good speak and God's good speak.
So that was my day celebrating Quartaba in the Georgian village of Khovle. I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride and that maybe you'll find your own way to live an adventure.
This is second class Georgian. This mother.
Father.